About to have surgery, listen up. If you go into that surgery with low protein, iron, zinc, or vitamin D, your body is trying to rebuild tissue with an empty toolbox. Today, I'm going to give you the surgical recovery nutrition checklist, what to supplement, what labs to ask for, and what nutrients matter most so you can heal faster with fewer setbacks. What I've got here on the screen is a lab checklist. I want you to take this into your surgeon, into your doctor, and make sure that you ask for these labs to be done pre-surgically. Research shows that when you go into surgery malnourished, complications, infections, having to have another surgery to repair the first one because of those complications are more common. So the first thing we want you to ask him for is a CBC, a complete blood count. And what this test does is it rules out anemias. Specifically, when you're anemic, you don't get adequate oxygen carriage to that damaged or surgically traumatized tissue, and it slows down the healing process. But you're also looking for your immune system strength. Your white blood cell count is part of that CBC, and if it's low and you're going into surgery, you increase your risk of infection. So make sure you're asking for that test. You also want to ask for a chemistry panel. Specifically on the chemistry panel, you want to make sure you know what your protein and your albumin levels are. Albumin is a type of protein, and people with low protein and albumin pre-surgically have more complications. And you make sure that if yours is low, you want at least a 14-day window of getting more protein in your diet. Ideally, you want to get 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body weight per day. I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're going into surgery and you want to heal fast and you want to heal well, that's what it takes. Now, you're also asking for an iron panel for the same reason of the CBC. If your iron's low and you're anemic, this could be very, very problematic for you and create complications, especially ladies. Those of you who are still menstruating, it's very common to see women when they go through their menstrual cycle have a transient anemia. And if that's scheduled when your surgery is also scheduled, or if that's happening, you're going to end up in trouble. Ferritin, much the same, is a marker for anemia as well. It's your iron storage. So if your iron storage is low, you're at risk. Very easy to correct, supplementally and with food. You want to measure your 25-OHD. This is your vitamin D level. Many research studies have shown that low vitamin D pre-surgically dramatically increases complication and risk of infection. And then you want to ask for an HSCRP. Now, this marker is a measure of inflammation. And if you're doing an elective surgery, this is particularly important because if you have chronically high levels of inflammation, then a surgery could be very complicated. There may be something else going on under the surface that needs to be investigated. So if you come back with high CRP, you got to have that conversation with your doctor about risks. And then lastly, and probably most importantly, is a test called the INA. That stands for Intracellular Nutrient Analysis. And what this test measures is it measures more than 50 nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and other key nutrients like choline and inositol. When you're going into surgery, your body requires nutrients to repair from it. If you're low in these key nutrients, they could be the stumbling block that leads to complication or leads to bad outcomes. This can be measured and it can be supplemented before the procedure. So this is the conversation you want to have with your doctor. Once you get this information back, now you can customize a nutritional plan that's designed ahead of time to get you up to speed nutritionally so that when you go into that surgery, you're optimizing the outcome, you're optimizing your chances for success. And if you'd like to learn more, comment surgery below and I'll send you a free copy of my pre and post surgery nutritional guide.